Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. The US Army to buy 1 million drones. That is a big number. That is a big number. So the US Army is putting out this big bombshell breaking news. At the same time, I want to share this one too, guys. British Army is ready to participate directly in an armed conflict in Ukraine. Now, The Guardian just put out this breaking news. So we're going to see what's going on with nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom happening in the year 2025. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and a PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Most importantly, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I really appreciate it. And let's see what's going on here. So 8 months ago, this channel was always about wars and rumors of wars. And we used to gain like over 8 to 10,000 views per video. But something happened in the beginning of 2025. Not only my channel, but thousands of other channels has seen something strange. And if you can, please pray for our channel. Share the video because the platform is putting many of us under the rug. So we did message over 500 people for the past 3 days, like from a year ago, and a lot of those people responded back saying we haven't received your videos, it doesn't show up. So the platform is doing something strange, but please pray and continue sharing the video. You know me, I post every single day. So if my video is not popping up, you have to come to my channel and take a look at it. The British Army plans to participate in the Ukrainian conflict or in possible peacekeeping operation as part of the so-called coalition of the willing, using the full range of its military capability. This is reported by The Guardian. According to the military sources, the British Army will enter the war or participate in peacekeeping operation in post. Now, war, it says here, Ukraine or elsewhere, in conjunction with allies, and will use the full range of its military capability, from fighter jets to infantry, the article says. According to Luke Pollard, Deputy Secretary of Defense, State for Defense of the United Kingdom, the main task of the country is to support NATO allies in ensuring the security of the eastern flank of the alliance. Here's the thing, though. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. They're not, again, you know, NATO protect each other. There's like 31 countries, and they protect each other when it comes to war. But they're acting like Ukraine is a member of NATO. They're not a NATO member, and Russia's not going to allow that to happen. Our mission as a country is to support our NATO allies and, in particular, to ensure the security of our eastern flank. Now it says here, the statement was made in connection with the first delivery of Ajax armored vehicles to the Army, which should have been in the Army 8 years ago. Now, speaking at Ajax manufacturing facility in Marthur, I'm going to skip that name, South Wales, Pollard said that the first 50 vehicles is worth like 10 million pounds are ready for deployment on the eastern flank of NATO. The Ajax contract took many years, and we need to significantly reduce this period to several months. On the eve of British Defense Minister John Healey announced the readiness of the so-called coalition of the willing to intervene in a situation on Ukraine at any time in the event of a truce. All right, so that's basically all of it for this one here. British plans to participate directly in armed conflict on Ukraine. Now, guys, remember what Russia said. If any foreign troops or NATO troops enter Ukraine, they will be considered targets, according to Russia. All right, so I do believe something big is going to come in the year 2026. Remember, Emmanuel Macron, he has ordered all the hospitals in France to prepare for WW3, meaning that there's going to be some soldiers that's going to come to the facility, and they ain't going to come for checkup. They're going to come because of biblical war. They even put out a date. March 2026 will be biblical war. All right, so let's see what's going on with this one here. The U.S. Army aims to buy at least 1 million drones in the next 2 to 3 years and could acquire anywhere from 500,000 drones to millions of them annually in the years that follow, the U.S. Army Secretary said. Now, guys, if you watch the movie Terminator, and you guys know we are seeing a lot of movies from the 90s. It's like foreshadowing stuff. The movie Terminator is all AI and drones, and we are definitely seeing the AI, and now we are seeing the drones. The U.S. Army plans to purchase at least 1 million drones over the next 2 to 3 years and may buy between 500,000 and several million drones annually thereafter, Reuters reported. Now, speaking to Reuters, Army Secretary Driscoll outlined the service's ambitious expansion of its drone procurement, acknowledging that the challenge given the Army currently acquires roughly 50,000 drones a year. Now, it is a big lift, but it is a lift we're very capable of doing, he said by phone while visiting Picatinny Arsenal, where he observed experiments with net rounds, system designed to capture drones with nets, alongside new explosive and electromagnetic countermeasures integrated into weapon system. That's the first time hearing a new defense on capturing these drones with nets. Something that they're working on, because all these drones in New Jersey and also the drones happening in Europe. So they are working on something like a missile defense system, but this one here is going to be a net. It's going to capture these drones. Much of that manufacturing is dominated by China today. We expect to purchase at least 1 million drones within the next 2 to 3 years. All right, the U.S. Army is putting out the breaking news here. And we expect that at the end of 1 or 2 years from today, we will know that in a moment of conflict, we will be able to activate a supply chain that is robust enough and deep enough that we could activate to manufacture however many drones we need. We would need. It says here, you have Driscoll said he fundamentally wanted to change how the Army saw drones, more like expendable ammunition rather than exquisite piece of equipment. Basically, it's all new future stuff. The drone is like the new tanks. And that's what they're using in Russia and Ukraine. These drones is like the new deal, the future. All right, so the future if warfare. Once again, the Pentagon is trying to overcome a mixed track record on acquiring drones. In 2023, the Pentagon leaders announced the Replicator Initiative, a department-wide effort to acquire and field thousands of autonomous drones by August of 2025. However, it has not provided an update on the current status of the program. In July, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth signed a memo in which he said he was resigning restrictive policies that had impacted drone productions. In July, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth signed. Okay, so I already read that part. So this is basically it for this one here. So two very important news. Once again, U.S. Army to purchase 1 million drones as warfare shifts towards unmanned system. And that's the thing too, guys. Everything's going to be AI. Everything's going to be AI. Even possibly aircraft is all going to be controlled. Is going to be controlled with AI. MQ-9 Reaper, that's an unmanned drone. That's AI stuff. And eventually, I do believe even tanks. We possibly have tanks that is AI. And I think the last one, which is the scariest one, which is brutal, and they have it in the movie Terminator, I believe they're going to have robots, soldiers, AI. And that's not going to be good. Because I do believe that these soldiers, robot, is just going to, well, come after the you-know-who, us. And if you watch the movie Terminator, it's a foreshadowing. Even the movie starring Will Smith, I think is I, Robot. Something like that could happen too. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. I want to triple check if there's any more updates when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. It seems like this is all of it for now, guys. Yeah, so this is all the information. We do have some more breaking news that's coming out right now, and it's not good. Once again, it's a Gulf shutdown, and I think it seems like they didn't pass it. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Very sad. Very, very sad. Give me 1 second here, guys. Yeah, so this is basically it. Yeah, this is basically it. All right, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Once again, thank you so much for your support. And check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the description box. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.